Like, if I could ask you, before you found me, what were you all going through? Like, give us a kind of nutshell summary of where you were at.
I think I was ready to go to prison, quite honestly, for not sending her to school.
It was just always negative. All my interactions were, I've had another email, why haven't you done this?
We didn't even realise how bad it was.
Well, we were at our wits' end. It was almost though we were having this internal battle. We obviously love each other dearly, but it was like mother-daughter battling to get through school with no common ground. I was asking and asking and asking. The more I was asking, the less she was talking, and it just got into a real pressure. It was like a pressure cooker.
He was miserable. I think I was miserable. We were sort of it was all very negative, and it wasn't responding. He wasn't responding either. It wasn't helping. So I think we got into a situation where I think he couldn't see his way out. He sort of, got to a point where he didn't quite know what to do rather than bury his head and continued in the same way. I couldn't see how to support him. And I was feeling very responsible, to help him sort of catch up again, I guess.
And he just got really, really behind, and we just at a kind of point where we just didn't know what to do. He was really unhappy, he was lying, we just couldn't reach him at all.
He was sort of disengaged, lacked any enthusiasm for anything at school, wasn't enjoying anything at all. Wasn't really sort of engaging with his friends that much and doing things outside of home.
Yeah, it was pitiful, really. It was a sad time.
So we were in quite a bad place. And I think I just needed somebody to support him who wasn't me, who wasn't school, somebody who could, be almost like a friend to him, just so he could actually say, this is what I'm really struggling with, what should I be doing? A mentor as you are.
We need help, like we need a tutor, we need something. But also at the time I felt like he needed a mentor. He needed someone else to hear him. I'd followed a few of your things, listened to a few of the webinars, and followed you a bit on Facebook whenever I touch into there. And I just thought, actually, wow, maybe this is the solution.
I chatted to my son and I said to him, what can I do to help you? Would the idea of a life coach appeal to you? And he loved the idea. And he said to me, but please, Mom, can it be a male? That was quite a challenge in itself. And via this life coach, she then suggested Henry. And I started to look at a few of these things, and I showed it to James, and I said to him, James, do you think this is someone that you could relate to? And he said to me, yes, Mum, I think I could relate to him.
Yeah, so finding you and working with you was the start of that. And we'll probably go on to that, but there's been a huge change. I don't know what happens in those calls, your first call, but it works, it really does. He must have felt that it offered something, because he was quite happy and has always been actually really positive about all of the calls and the times he has kind of chatting with you.
He really enjoyed it. He was never kind of like, oh God, I got to do a tutor. I was like, oh cool, yeah, cool, 4:30. It felt really good to know that he has somebody that I didn't have to be trying to work out what was going on for him, that it could come back out of this space. And I could say to him, so what are your plans with Henry? Rather than, so what's your plan with school? Be like, but because you were able to consolidate it and kind of, pick out where he was needing help and support.
And they had their first chat together. And afterwards I said to James, how did it go? What did you feel? And he didn't say anything. He just went like that to me. Which means a lot, because my son is a foodie, and that's what he does when he finds something delicious or it makes him happy. And that was a communication that, yes, this could be a good match. And I felt happy, because I think as a parent you feel helpless and you go into a bit of a panic of what could help, what could put your child at ease. And he did communicate to me that he would like someone to just chat to. And I did reassure him that we are here to chat to him. But I think that the parent's always the last option.
Just to go from the beginning to like straight to the end, like what have you seen? What are you happy with in terms of the results?
She's smiling. That's one of the big things. She's got the most beautiful smile, and we didn't see that for a long time. She's got a face that just lightens up when she's happy. So we've seen that.
Gradually with Henry, he's sort of returned. He just seems like he's grown up, and he's kind of returned to me. And it's just, I just can't tell you how it's so nice to see him back.
You know, things improved so dramatically, him picking up responsibility, you know, for his work. It just means that our interaction is very different now. It used to be all, you know, I was that mum on his back. I was the one that you were probably going to have to make that call. And I think you probably did early on. Just, you know, it's just now we can kind of talk about something else. We can laugh. It's just really repaired our relationship.
He's open with me. He's being much more open and calm with his communication with me for whatever reason. I know it's probably because I am with him, you know.
More conversation. She's much more outwardly talking and discussing things with us, and everything's not like the end of the world for her. It's not got so bad that she doesn't want to talk about it. Definitely the relationship has got stronger with trust and us working together and understanding each other. Now it's much more literal, that it's much more like dealt with quicker, because I know, leave it there, it'll come back if it needs to. It's
great, you know, he comes in from school, and instead of me saying, oh, I've got an email from the school, you know, why haven't you handed this in? You know, which is what the past was like. But what I'm now getting is emails saying, you know, he was really engaged, you know, he was really interested, he did a great piece of work. And so to be able to greet him, you know, when he comes home, greet him, that sounds really cheesy, but you know, when he comes home, just to say, oh, you know, well done, you know, I got the email, it's fantastic. And he's really pleased.
I'm just trying to be as supportive and as kind as I can be. Family members have even mentioned it. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's happened to you, but you're the old, we've not seen this in years. And she's back. Yeah. Yeah.
You should see him turning up for his exams, literally revising, full responsibility.
He just seems really happy and he's positive again. It's just such a relief.
And is there anything else that you in a way, like jumping into the program, as we call it, but was there anything else that you particularly sort of loved about it, or liked about it, or were surprised about in it, or something? Or how was it for you?
For me personally, once I got over that initial trust in you and trusting my daughter, the pair of you, I was then able to relax, I guess. And I hadn't relaxed. I mean, I'm going to the gym now, Henry, 4 times a week. I wouldn't breathe without my kids being beside me.
The feeling that someone else has got my kids back, you know, someone else is thinking about him in the week. It felt like a really good investment.
You know, I really do feel I can trust him. Like I remember when you were saying right in the beginning, you know, you just got to trust him. And I was like, what? You know.
And this year has just been such a testament to the trust, to that trust fund. So out of something that felt harsh and difficult at first came something that oh God, it makes me almost teary, that I felt so heartened and moved by the relationship with him. It's the legacy of all that work. It really is. And I'm so happy. Grateful to you.
Knowing your kind of awareness and your care, and getting that, I guess, from knowing you anyway previously, but also just the sense of what you were already creating with Young Fire, that you wouldn't just be kind of you're not just turning on, doing an hour's thing and then that's it, step away. I knew you would be thinking about him and the other kids through the week and kind of really thinking what they need, and they'd be in your awareness and you're holding, like you say.
You know, what a gift for a child to be able to have somebody who just sees the absolute best in them and be like one of their biggest fans and supporters. You know, you've done that for him. I know as parents you say, like, that's our role, but you know, it gets complicated. But for you to have done that for him and just shine a light for him on everything that's good for him, like, what a gift.
You're just very calm, Henry, you know, and there's a lot of insight and a lot of experience, and all that comes across, and it's just really reassuring to. And I just don't know why more of us don't do it, because it's already having a real big impact. So having this accountability is seriously helpful from me, my point of view.
That just feels really great. You know, parenting's hard and we need the village, and weirdly these days we find a village in many other ways, and just to know that the accountability is there, and it was really reassuring. So yeah, really valuable.
Just, it's phenomenal. So I thank you greatly for the role that you've played. Yeah, I really mean that now. Thank you. You have a very special, authentic goodness about you, Henry, and you know, keep that. That's invaluable. You can't put a price on that.
I'm just really glad we got through this bit, and I think it would have been a lot more stressful without your help. Working with you gave him some hope.
Oh my God, I would never have thought we'd have been here. So proud of her.
Wow.
And you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.